week come from Liz Walker from Swindon. Now, Liz runs Redoubt, which is a Swindon-based support group for victims of antisocial behaviour.
Good morning. One of the biggest problems faced by those suffering antisocial behaviour is that it can pervade into and even take over your whole life. And unless you have suffered the long-term effects of this, you really have no idea how soul-destroying and invasive to a person's physical, emotional and mental well-being this can be. So I try to encourage every victim I meet to find a release from the pressures they find themselves living under. And as supporters of fellow victims ourselves, it was stress-busting I had in mind when my husband and I took up kite flying last year, albeit with some slight initial reluctance from him.
He wasn't overly impressed, and I think he said something like, "That'll be really boring, standing in a field, holding a piece of string."
When you have a 2 or 4 line kite zipping around 20 to 30 metres above the ground, if you lose concentration, even briefly, one of 3 things will happen. The kite will crash, you may end up falling down, or you may just take off, especially with the biggest of our 3 kites. That said, for me, the best thing about kite flying is that not only does it get you out of the house and into the country, but you also get to meet the nicest people. And for victims of antisocial behaviour, nice people are really important. In the last year, I have seen kite flyers who are so young they stand just above my knee height, to those who are, well, good manners prevent me from giving an approximate age, but some flyers can remember rationing. And I love it when I pop into our local ATB shop, that's all-terrain board, and find myself chatting to a complete stranger of a completely different generation about our mutual passion. I always leave feeling that the world is a better place because of the joy of life of those I have met. And then as I pass the Citizens Advice Bureau up the road, I'm often left thinking, if we could bottle the joy of life, passion for outdoors, and the happiness of those in the kite shop, and then share it with the rest of Swindon, we may not cure all ills, but we'd certainly have a lot more smiles.
A morning thought from Liz Walker from Redoubt. All the way through that, I could just get that song from Mary Poppins. I can get it out of my head. Let's go fly a kite. Up to the highest height. You know the one? Actually, it's something I haven't done in years. Go flying a kite.